It's exactly 10 to 9. Good morning, Michael Buble.
Good morning, pal. How are you, pal?
I'm very, very well. How did the gig go last night? I heard it was brilliant.
Great. Excellent. Perfect.
Fantastic. Now, listen, I've only got a little time with you, I know, because you're going to be whisked off to Heathrow very, very soon. But a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about, because I've done a bit of research. I love your stuff, by the way. I love your stuff. I still do club gigs, and I still play a Michael Buble ballad at the end of the night, even in the nightclubs nowadays.
Oh, man, thank you very much. Very sweet. Thank you.
Put your head on my shoulder. The ladies love it. I tell you, I heard you were a fisherman to start with, and then you got your gig, your sort of main break, thanks to the Canadian Prime Minister. Is that true?
Well, it's a longer story than that. Basically, I worked from when I was about 16. I started working in the nightclubs and bars and doing everything I could do, and went across the States and Canada, and only 9 years later, after all of that and putting out independent records, I met the aide to the Prime Minister at a corporate event that I had done, and he brought me to the Prime Minister, and they asked me if I wanted to sing at their daughter's wedding, and I declined because I didn't want to be a wedding singer. I'd never had sung at a wedding. Basically, they told me that the producer David Foster would be there, and I said, absolutely, I'll show up, and I did, and now, of course, all this time not wanting to be a wedding singer, and I'm now the wedding singer who got discovered. People, it's funny, that 10 years that I worked, people have no clue about. They think that this is a very American Idol or Pop Idol X Factor kind of story, where one day I wanted to be a singer and 3 days later I was famous.
An overnight success after 9 years.
Well, it was even longer than that. I mean, started 16 and I'm 31 now. So
Are you
it's been a while.
really?
Yeah.
Blimey.
You don't look it.
Well, neither do you.
Oh, thank you.
Listen,
also, another Dickie Bird told me this, that your manager is the same manager as Bryan Adams. Is that right?
Yep. He's he manages myself and Bryan Adams, and early on he managed BTO, Backman Turner Overdrive. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, Let's Rock.
Yeah, they had Taking Care of Business was their big hit, and You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, and he also manages a country singer that you guys probably wouldn't know, but her name is Martina McBride. She's a huge American country singer, and another Canadian named Anne Murray.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A friend of mine in the States, I don't know how long ago this was, but it's something I wanted to ask you and confirm with you.
Sure.
There was a big sort of media outcry going back a while when you were on a certain TV show called American Idol, their version of Pop Idol.
Sure.
Where the media was saying he had a few drinks before he went on.
What?
Is that true, or is that?
I've never heard of that yet. But no, God, no. And I've never. Listen, I've been plastered a lot in my life, and I enjoy. I do enjoy the odd drink, but never before I work. I wouldn't. I'm too self-conscious. I'd never be able to do that, and I think that's completely ridiculous, but wonderful that they're talking about me, because at least they're talking about me.
Any PR is good PR, isn't it?
Yeah, and by the way, it was heroin, for God's sake.
What is your favourite tipple? For me, it's a lager or a cider. What's your tipple of choice?
I'm a fan of Kettle One vodka. And I also like a nice scotch.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know you got to fly, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you so much, my friend. I'll see you very soon. I'm going to come and tour in October, November. We'll see you then.
Oh, brilliant.
Excellent.
Come back and see us. Cheers, Michael Buble.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Put your head on my shoulder.